Well, we're going to get into it because it's time for Cafecito
Cafecito.
Quickie. Before we get started, tell us how you're drinking your coffee. Mom, why don't you start? Tell us, which I love your shirt, by the way. It's very festive.
And I have read, because before we start, congratulations to Spain. Um,
Spain.
I
The
used to
biggest.
put all these wonderful creamers that have sugar. And since now they put me with almost no sugar for a little while, I drink it sometimes by itself, which is lovely, black coffee, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes a little bit of real milk,
Mm-hmm.
the lactoid that supposedly don't have the lactose whatever,
Right.
but still is a nice taste. No sugar added ever.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
good.
It's good. Yeah. And that's good that you're watching that. I do have, we talked about coffee last time, and I did see an article this morning. I'm going to mention something about, because it goes back to our topic on coffee and the benefits. And Lauda, how about you? How are you drinking your coffee?
Mine is with milk, and especially with, well, it's no milk, right? Either coconut, milk or almond milk. In this case, is Indian. How you call that? Pecan. That is
Pecan.
from
Oh,
pecan. It's pecan, right?
pecan, yeah.
Pecan milk, which I
Oh,
found it, and it's so good. No sugar whatsoever. And I choose my cup today.
Cafe
ah,
awakens dreams.
very nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm cheating because this isn't coffee. I had a cup this morning. This is peppermint tea, caffeine free.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Because
That's
remember, we
even
talked
better.
last time about decreasing caffeine. So the article on coffee, of course, was talking about the benefits and that in certain doses, it can help limit or minimize diabetes 2 and
Oh,
stroke. But the key is, there's a twist. There's always something new they learn. It is how it's made, that it needs to be paper filtered, like if you have a traditional coffee maker with the filter, or instant coffee, but that the one that has less benefits is the French press or the Turkish coffee. So those are some things to keep in mind. And of course, always consult with your doctor about what the right dosage is for you, because some people can have up to 5 cups of coffee a day and be fine. But genetics does play a part, they say, in the benefits, overall benefits of it. So you want to pay attention to that.
oh
So
yes.
yeah.
There was a time I would drink, probably 20 years ago, much
Mm-hmm.
younger, up to 8, 9 cups of coffee. More even so than water. Definitely when I was young, coffee or tea. I'm not much into tea. It was until the 70s, I think, that this thing about drinking a lot of water, or water during the day, began, because people began to use the bottles and whatnot that you had to
Mm-hmm.
have with you. But in my youth, you drank water when you were thirsty.
Yeah. Well, and a trick to the whole coffee can dehydrate you. And we talked about aging
yes.
and the effects on our skin and stuff. The trick is, if you have a cup of coffee, have a glass or a cup of water with it so that you're balancing.
Hydrate you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I heard the best coffee is to buy it organic. So that, I mean, you have so many other options nowadays, right? But try to look for the organic type of
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, organic.
Mm-hmm.
But in Mexico, we have a very good coffee. So whatever it is great,
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. And when you said you use pecan milk, it reminds me, because I've mentioned I'm vegetarian, so I can drink regular dairy milk, but I choose not to. It's not a preference for me. I like coconut or oat milk even. And I remember when it first came out, people used to say, "How do you even get milk out of a nut? Are you squeezing the nut
Yeah,
like you squeeze like you
that's
squeeze
why
a
I say
cow?"
it's not milk. They call it, liquid or whatever it is. But yeah, you can get milk if you leave it, for a while in water.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Which
The
also,
taste
as
is
an
good.
aside, I was reading an article this morning that there is a movement to different kinds of protein, but more beans and tofu based.
Oh,
Not necessarily that more people are becoming vegetarian or vegan, but people overall are looking to increase protein. And that's another thing for women, especially I think
yes,
pre-menopause, menopause phase, is they really
yes.
encourage you to increase your protein intake. Um, but they say that they're noticing that trend that people are seeking their protein more from bean-based or tofu-based protein.
Oh,
Wow. So
Interesting,
that's a
right?
good thing to know because I know at the like at night, well, you guys have dinner kind of late around 6, but here we have our main dish at 3 o'clock, and then we have a light dinner. Well, not dinner. How you call it? Like a night cena. Anyhow, you should finish your day with protein,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because even if you go to bed, it's even better for your body.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about protein like that, like beans, like cottage cheese, like that kind of combination, not really a meat,
Yeah.
a piece of meat or something like that.
Yeah. Harder to digest probably at
Exactly.
that hour. Yeah.
Exactly. Be
Yeah.
at
careful with
night?
it.
Yeah. Well, why don't we recap? Because last time we did our Cafecito time, we talked about the World Cup and the preparations and our thoughts on some of the bad calls that were being made and very suspicious, some things that were going on.
Yeah.
Mom, you predicted Spain. You were correct. We predicted it was Spain, England. We were not correct. That's
No,
okay. That's okay. Because the England France game was a great game. I venture to say maybe the best game of the series.
I agree. Totally
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But let's maybe final thoughts on the last game.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
it's I
controversial.
think my point of view, and I'm not very technical about it, but I love football, soccer. Spain came the way they have played. I didn't remember that, and I think they said they haven't let anyone make a goal in most of their plays or all the plays they had in
Mm-hmm.
this World Cup. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, the way they play team wise,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of calmer, if that can be, because of course it's rough when you hit someone, you try to get the ball. But I thought that Argentina came quite aggressive. Actually, one of the players had a red card.
Mm-hmm.
Does it surprise you?
It's all over the news. They were a disgrace, some people were saying, because they came in like bullies. We talked
Oh,
last time about how wild the amount of full contact is allowed now, but that was beyond. Like, there were many times there was nothing in play, and then they just came behind the players and pushed them. I was like, what is
yeah.
happening? What is that about?
Take them out. Honestly, I should, agree, or how would I say that? But that our famous Messi didn't push too much.
Not
He
at all.
didn't push at all, I think.
At all. At all.
At
I
all.
think I
So
think
he
they
needs
said there was
to.
a really low number compared to Spain of even attempts to make goals. And
Oh, yeah.
he personally, I didn't see much action from him. I think they could count on their hands how many times he was actively involved in a play, which
Yes.
I don't know what that was about.
Maybe somebody told him, hey, relax. I don't know. I'm
Well,
just saying.
Well, the funny thing, right, is the media was constantly focused on him, and I think that could have a negative effect too. To your point, Mom, I think Spain, overwhelmingly, the words used were very great teamwork. Like you could see they were a team. It wasn't about one player. Everybody was involved in all the plays. And maybe the focusing too much on Messi even played with the team, the Argentinian team, like it's about him and maybe that messed with them. But for sure, I don't know if you saw after they proclaimed the win, the cameras sort of were everywhere, right? But did you see the fight that happened
Oh, yes.
afterwards?
I did.
Terrible.
I
And you
think
know
I don't
what?
know if they came out with exactly, why or the words used or whatever. But I could tell that they were separated. I
Yeah.
thought it was the Argentinian player who was very upset for something
Mm-hmm.
or
Yes.
frustrated. I don't know, and they had to
With the
separate them.
with the leader. No, the one that really separate, that's at least what I heard in the news this morning, was the trainer. Argentina trainers kind of separate them
Yeah, he
because,
stepped in.
you know, the Argentine was really aggressive to the Spanish leader. I think it was the main leader or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and the other one, they kicked him out. He was on the floor. The Spanish guy was on the floor and he was kicking him out. Honestly, Argentina, what's going on?
Not good.
You know, relax. Sorry.
Relax.
Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
Right? It's about sportsmanship. And I will say, I felt a little bit sad for Messi because I'm sure everyone's saying this is probably going to be his last one. And I think he was in shock, frankly, because he
was
just
in shock.
Stood there
I never
for
saw him crying.
Then he started crying at the ceremony. But for the longest time, he was just sitting on the field, right?
Yeah, like,
on the pitch, just like,
what happened?
What happened?
Yeah. Probably a story.
What happened?
Am
I here? Am I sleeping?
Is this a dream?
Wake up! Wake up from the nightmare!
No. You know, I think most of the stadium, because I think there were a lot more, I'm not sure, a lot more for Argentina than from that for Spain.
Yeah.
And I think at the end, a lot of the Argentinian fans, and it was a lot of them, had a white, how do you call it?
They were singing.
Yeah, and they were kind of saluting him because, of course, he's a fantastic player. Messi is.
For sure.
I just felt that they did too much of it.
Yeah.
And then you have to live to that
standard. Well, and that's what I feel for him is like, you know, I think there's a lot of pressure that goes with that. And I'm sure that's a piece of it too. But let's talk about the entertainment, because I think this is the first time they treated it sort of almost like a Super Bowl, right? With a halftime show and whatnot.
I have never seen that before.
Never seen it. It was, I read today, the average ticket price for this finale was $18,822. Average. We know there's tickets that were much higher than
my goodness.
And it was full. I'm just asking the people, how did you get that money? Such amount of money.
Who knows? But I wonder if part of it is like the hype around the entertainment. So did you watch the whole entertainment halftime? Yes. What did you think?
Very excellent. Very excellent. Yes. Very modern-like, you know. And of course, you have to live up to date. They were not going to have, you know, music from years and years ago. It had to be up to today. Yeah. But they had wonderful.
I love Laura Pausini, so you know I really enjoy that one. Mm-hmm. And the other ones, of course, are famous, right? Robin Williams or somebody else. That guy. Yeah. And the other girl, where is she from?
I don't know.
American or Korean?
One that was Italian. The one that's
Laura Pausini. But what about the other one that I usually see her, but she's from Korea or someplace. I don't know.
I don't know.
I saw her once before with Andrea Botticelli.
Okay. So maybe Italian, maybe. What I liked, you know, we just had a conversation about aging gracefully, and what I liked, Madonna has a new record out, and what I say, I think she's 65, 67?
Some 60.
Something around there?
Around 65, yes.
That girl is amazing.
I love that for her. I love that for her to be a part of that. And of course, Shakira is nonstop.
Absolutely. You know, I also love the music. I never say the last name correctly. The Manel, or what is it? The one that is the director, not the director.
Oh, Dudamel.
What is the name?
Dudamel?
I never can say that. He's excellent. I don't know if he still is with the Los Angeles Symphony.
Yeah.
And they had this lovely music too, so they went all for it.
Yeah, that was nice. And they had the Muppets, which was nice for the kids. Because there were a lot of kids in the stands too. A lot of kids.
Yeah.
Lovely. A lot of children.
Yeah. And there was this Korean group also, which I don't know the name.
I love it.
Boys or whatever. They're really good at it. They came to Mexico one time.
Yeah.
Because
BTS.
our president invite them
Ah,
all.
that's the
Oh.
PTS.
That's
Yes,
BTS.
that's what the people got wild, and the president invite them again. So that's good. They're really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Well, and
So
what
the
did you,
funny part, I have a question. Did I see right or not? One of the YouTubers or the
Mhm.
influence, he
Mhm.
was singing. Remember that guy that he was so I sometimes I follow him, not that I really care about what he does, but he was almost on all the videos. This is a very an African American guy that he was almost jumping. He's an influencer. That's what I heard. He
Yeah.
was singing, wasn't he, at the beginning?
I
One
might have missed it. I might have missed it.
I
Well,
don't remember.
what I do know
right
is
at the beginning.
then I may have missed the very beginning of it. What I do know is that I think a lot of influencers were given access, a lot of not great access actually to the game so that they could promote the game through their videos.
Oh,
And so I
no
think there
wonder.
were
Makes
He
kind
was
of,
sense.
in every game.
yeah,
He was in every game. I never saw him before, but now he's
Wonderful.
very popular.
yeah, yeah. So we
Okay.
talked about some of the cons. One of the cons or one of the things getting flack was Tom Cruise's speech.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know they criticize him. I thought it was nice. He was just saying what the world. This is a powerful sport.
Yeah,
Well, more than powerful, it's really a worldwide sport. It's
yeah.
the most worldwide sport, and some other things. And I didn't really pay much attention. I thought it was nice, but he's been very much criticized.
I think I was surprised to see him, and Loud is personally offended. Well, I was a
Very.
little surprised to see him. I don't know if it's the attempt to bridge this game with the Olympics that's coming. Because
Yeah,
if you
because he's going to
remember,
be part.
right, if you remember
Yes.
in the handover
Yes.
part with the previous Olympics, he was part of that, right? So I don't know if that was part of the thinking.
Uh,
But they said it was just very lackluster. It wasn't very inspiring or like a certain energy behind it that people are looking for, for this
mhm.
finale.
Especially, final.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, wasn't anything. I don't even remember exactly, but it wasn't anything big,
yeah,
and I didn't pay much attention. But they criticized that a lot.
yeah. I wonder what people listening think because, what I do know is he's very involved in anything he does. So I'm sure he approved of what he was going to say. Was very probably crafted what he was going to say. So I'm sure he's a little disappointed that that was the response. Another con we talked about was how aggressive Argentina was, like unnecessarily so. Another con was the celebration at the end. And so I saw this and I was like, no, this isn't going to happen. So as the Spain is gathering to take their picture before they launch all the confetti, we see the American president making his way over to the corner of the front line there. And I'm like, I know he's going to get out of the way. He's not the coach. He didn't train this
Exactly.
team.
What happened to the coach? Very nice guy, by the way.
Very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
The oldest coach, I believe, of all the teams.
Oh,
He's like 65 or something. But
He's so
very,
good. Luis Fuentes, I think
yeah,
it is.
very well put together, everything, right? But no, the US president decides to situate himself as they're taking the picture.
No way. So he's in the picture with everybody? No way.
I think originally he was in the picture, but I read something today. They've edited him out of the final cut of the picture. I'm like, why is he standing there? There's no reason for him to stand there.
all I
is
know
this time?
is that, with all my respect, there are very few things, if there are any, that stop our president. He wants to be in everything, and norms, guidelines, or whatever like
No.
that don't stop him.
But it was the moment that also he invited the FIFA director, no?
I think they said they're
The
good friends.
FIFA has to be there. The FIFA.
Well, he came. I saw that part that he was kind of running next to him so he can be in the picture,
Mhm, mhm.
which, by the way, I also heard that FIFA made 9 billions of profit, dollars, maybe dollars or euros. I
I
don't
hope
know
it's
what it
for
is.
good.
Hopefully, yeah, yeah. Well, and the cities benefited too from hosting all the games. They were talking this morning how much LA in particular projects to make, and all the other US cities, as well as the other cities that hosted, I'm sure
I'm glad.
benefited from it. But that's just it, right? It's a world event, it's a world platform. And I feel like positioning yourself to look like this is because of me is a little out there, right?
Well, he did say that. He said, we are the best country in the world. We're the best. We did wonderful. Didn't you see that when he was
Mm-mm.
interviewed?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was interviewed. There is a video there that he was saying, thank you. Well, at least he said thank you for the organization. And we're the best country in the world.
Wow.
Well, yeah, in a way, yeah,
If you say
it's a
so.
wonderful country, and of course you're going to feel like it's the best. And I'm sure that there are many countries that say I'm the best, but our president doesn't stop to follow guidelines.
No, that's it. Social rules, right? Let this country
So
have
he
its
just
moments. Let them, it's the team. Like, let the coach be
well,
there, let
yeah,
the FIFA person be there, right? But that's like the
Yes.
extent of it.
should have been prudent,
Well,
but yeah,
so
He wasn't in the inaugural, was he?
I don't think so.
in the inaugural in
He
Los
wasn't there.
Angeles,
I don't think
in
It's
so.
like
Los Angeles, I
he
think,
cared
your
less.
inaugural.
Yeah.
No,
I
he
don't
was not.
remember, but I don't think so.
Well, and
Now,
that's it.
many criticized and said he shouldn't be there, uh, like he was in other sports, and they were not happy that he appeared, probably security reasons and others.
Well, that's the other piece of it. Yeah.
But in reality, as I remember, if I remember correctly, in every World Cup, the representative of the country, the president, or what minister, whatever, where the country was, appears there. And
Yeah.
actually, the president of Mexico, she
Yeah.
was there.
She was there.
I don't know if it was a representative from Canada.
I don't think,
Yes.
was there?
There was a
Okay.
prime minister
The
next
prime
to
minister. So that's
the girl.
the usual thing. That's the
Right,
usual.
right. And I get that. I think presence and certainly having hosted a lot of the games, it makes sense. I just think there's a line, right? Like you
Well,
said,
yeah.
some social rules around like, do other representatives jump into the champions picture?
I have
I
never
think
seen
so. I've
that.
never seen that before.
I
Very
have
odd to
never
me.
seen
Very
that
odd
in
to me.
60 years that I began to watch or more the games. What was I going to tell you? I was very happy that the King of Spain was there, King Philip, and
oh
the
yes,
Queen and his daughters, because the Spanish,
the
team
daughters.
felt so proud of it.
This is the guy that should be in the picture.
Right. Well, that's what I was thinking. Shouldn't, yeah. It's very strange. Very strange. That was my messy moment. I'm like, where am I? Is this happening? This can't be happening. Is this really happening?
How did this?
Wake up, wake up. Oh, poor man.
Well,
Well,
all in all, was good because both defenses, I think, were excellent. That's why the first half, neither of them could put a goal. The
yeah.
defense was tremendous, and the Spanish player found the way. That's all that had to be. Find it was a hard game.
It was a very nice goal, by the way. Very nice goal. Have you seen the videos on the other countries, like in Spain? And, there were some fighting there too.
Really?
Fighting. Yeah.
Yes, they fight, and the police had to come in. I'm not sure it was in Spain and was in Argentina. There were people coming, very aggressive against maybe the ones that are,
That
Spain
were
in
from
favor.
Spain. Oh,
Yeah, but yeah, there is new. I heard this morning in the news, Mexico was fine because it was a combination. Actually, they have a good time in Mexico City, where the angel is,
Mhm.
right? The angel, the
Mhm.
there
main
were a lot
square.
of people, I'm sure.
A lot of people and dancing and all that. But I heard in different cities, in different countries, that was what happened.
Well, it was
Oh,
very packed. It was very packed. I did see a picture of Spain. I can't remember where exactly it was, but it was completely packed. And what I did read this
Yes.
morning, sadly, was that it was so packed that a 13-year-old boy was killed because a part of a fountain fell on him.
oh my goodness.
And two other people got injured. And so they had
That's
to, of
terrible.
course,
Yeah, I
call
think they
emergency service.
mentioned that.
Yeah, that it was, which, again, is also the balance of, like you say, fighting and just crowds. And I think that's something we always worry about in LA because, anytime there's a big game or a big win of some kind, it gets pretty wild. I don't understand destroying things, lighting fireworks
Neither.
in the streets. I don't understand that. But hopefully people
Or
didn't
necessary.
get hurt in that process. And of course,
Yeah,
sadly
well,
for that boy and their
there
family.
for I don't know how many millions of people watch the World Cup, but I think we were 13 millions or something like that. It was half of the world numbers,
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the hope is, like we talked last time, it's an opportunity to show sportsmanship, but also to unify the world on something, right, that is meant to be fun, right? A little friendly
Exactly.
competition, but ultimately fun. And I know right now there's a lot of not so great things happening in the world. So I think it was a great step back from that to just come together that way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what the
Because
reporter
it's a
said.
sport, it's not politics, it's a sports.
Exactly.
And yeah, we had a wonderful time. It was a wonderful World Cup, in inspired, like you say, of things going on that
Very nice.
in the world that don't make us very happy. But it was very nice, very well done. In Mexico, that lovely piece of art in Zapopan, in Guadalajara, was spectacular. They had in New York many wonderful, statues or something. And so it went all the way. And I'm glad because, it was here. And like we said before, I hope this inspires kids to play more football,
Mm-hmm.
soccer.
For sure.
Do we know where is the next one
Where?
gonna be?
Yeah, you
I
said.
think it's going to be divided between Spain, Portugal, and Morocco.
Okay.
And I think
4
other
years from now.
cities because it's next in 4 years, God willing, is going to be 100 years when the modern soccer World Cup started 100 years ago, probably in 1930, right? Yeah, 1930. So there's some the countries where it started. I'm not sure which. They're going to have a game too, or something like that. But the main countries are going to be Portugal, Spain, and Morocco.
Do you know? Does the well, I'm sure every country celebrates differently. Is there supposed to be some kind of big ceremony in Spain for the team when they get there?
Oh, I'm sure.
For sure. They
sure.
are already there. They flew yesterday, I think. So
Absolutely. I don't know if they have a parade. They should. But yeah, they received them like heroes.
The day off for everybody to expect the team and whatnot. Which
Because
is,
it's true.
I
could not remember, but the last time they won was 2010.
Wow.
So there were 3 World Cups, before this one, that they didn't make it. And they wanted
the last
to make
one was Argentina, right? So that's why they were so.
They were trying to do back to back because they said the last time someone went back to back was a long time.
I think Brazil a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no two ways about it. It's a lovely game. Some people complain, the ones that are not fans or don't follow it really, that is kind of boring because they kick and kick and kick. Well, still it's a very beautiful game.
It is. So do you think, these are our final thoughts on this finale, do you think it was worth it to have a halftime show? Because maybe the thinking was this would break it up a little bit, and make it more entertaining for more people. But do you think they should continue the idea of a halftime show?
Well, it depends on the country because I've never seen a big thing like yesterday.
Yeah, it was. How long do they have for a break though? Between the first time and the second?
I think it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the break of the halftime. No
I
more
mean,
than
if you're
20
paying that
minutes.
much money, at least give me some show, you know?
Well, that for sure, because if it was this expensive now, I mean, this
Yes.
time, they
Yeah,
deserve more than the wonderful games. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if they will, because this is more. I don't know. It's new. I wonder if Spain and Portugal and Morocco will feel like it.
I'm sure they'll see what the responses were to this one to make a decision because I'm sure it costs some to get
I'm
all this.
sure they had first class, artists.
Hmm.
And yes, like you said, I never thought about that, but they made it kind of like a halftime Super Bowl,
Yeah,
American football.
yeah, yeah,
So no, I have never seen this big of a thing. We'll have to wait and see.
yeah, yeah. Well, on that note, I think it was overall, it was a great series of games. It was a great finale.
Wonderful World Cup.
And I hope the world rides on the momentum of being unified in something good,
Yes,
you know?
exactly. That
Because we
everybody
can.
enjoy it. And it was a break for everybody. We really had a great time, you know, party all the time, being happy. And, you know, of course, you know, sad moments. But in the meantime, the people got so much, you know, excited and close. And you didn't care who was next to you, just like celebrating, you know,
Yeah,
when your team made it.
exactly. Exactly.
It was nice to
Completely.
see
And we
that.
have to think that for the team that finally wins the World Cup, they went through a lot of fantastic games. Well, not a lot. I think each one played, I forgot it, 4 or 5 times in
A
order
lot
to get
though.
to the finals. Yeah,
If you think about the time frame, right? It's a lot. It's a lot.
it
It's a
is.
lot.
And you had
They did
teams like
wonderful. And
France.
I have to recognize that nowadays, this generation of players, I mean, they're wonderful. All of them. They're in a different chip. I don't know how can I say that, but I mean, you know, in the past years we have Pelé, we have all these Maradona and whatnot. But overall, I mean, I can speak for my country. They were wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They were a
Incredible
fantastic
young
team,
guys.
Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Yes.
hope they take a page from the Spain's team's notes that teamwork is the key, working as a
Teamwork.
team, right?
That is
It's
it.
the key for everything.
That's
Teamwork.
right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
So
Well,
again, congratulations to Spain.
yeah.
Congratulations, Spain.
Congratulations.
The
So,
best.
on that note, let's quickly introduce ourselves. Mom,
Ana,
Laura.
I'm Joanna, and we want to remind everyone whether it's good, bad, or funny,
live
Live
it
it
up.
up.